All right, Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to your children. We're here to do a collective message. Okay, what do you want to tell the collective at this time? I am sorry, y'all. All this governmental stuff, okay? All this fallen angel, wannabe God stuff. I gotta do it, right? I'm here for us now. I mean, that affects us too, but now I'm actually here for us. Those of us who like to hear from God, and those of us who would like to hear from God right now. Those of us who need to hear from the professional of professionals. Let's see. Hmm. They're using my phone to poison me. It's cool. Cheaters never win. So the subject matter for us, we got infidelity or sexual unfaithfulness. So this could actually be talking about our sex life, or this could be talking about us being uh, improper in our dealings with other people, being dishonest, being unfair, things like that. So let's, when we get the message, we'll know which one God is referring to. Just saw too old or ill. That popped over, but it didn't feel like it was right to bring it out. So I don't know how that pertains to the message. We'll find out in a minute. So let's check. What is more than one card? Let's check to see. Because as you can see, they came outside the case. Okay, so the message we got is infertile and your true current purpose. I put current purpose because people tend to believe that we only have one purpose in life, but truth is we have many different purposes in life. Okay, so it's like where your focus need to be right now, because you are divinely authorized to do so. You're within every right to be on this path doing this thing. You were made for this. Okay, but we got infertility when it comes to your true current purpose. So it's like whatever it is that you're meant to do, you have divine authority there, you have the gift, you have the skills, but there's something that's making you infertile. So it's like you're being fruitless. Okay, so we got homosexual. So a homosexual is someone who likes the same sex, but in because this is a reading about purpose, so it's not about our sex life. So in this context, homosexual would equate to liking people who are like us, working only with people who are like us. Okay, working only with people who think like us and who believe like us and who act like us. And that's making us infertile when it comes to our true current purpose. Okay. So maybe, let's see, infertile, your true current purpose. And then we got homosexual. So we're supposed to be around like minds. Okay. Birds of a feather flock together. So instead of forming alliances with people who are like us, it's like we're shunning people who are like us. And the truth is, those who are like us, they will strengthen our thought process. They will support what we're doing. They will understand us better. So that's an imbalance there. It's like, why would you shut out someone who understands you, someone who is basically on a similar path to you? That's why there's infertility when it comes to what we're supposed to be doing. We're shutting out people that we have no business shutting out. And I guess opening the doors to people who don't understand us, who don't support or believe in us and what we have come here to do. And that's why it's infertile, because when you surround yourself by people who don't believe in you, people who don't support what you believe in or what you believe you are here to do, then they're only going to fight against you, or they're going to be lazy with you, not wanting to help you or support you because they already think that you're going to fail before you have even tried to win. They're going to be very discouraging. Okay, so that's what's happening. So there's infertility when it comes to your true current purpose, because you are surrounding yourself with people who are not in support of your hopes, your dreams, your self-belief, your desired direction, your aims. objectives. Okay. So the underlying issue, we got police, family. So there's a need to police the people who you are close to, because family is people who we let, that's our inner circle, people who we consider family, whether you share blood, whether you share blood origins, whether you're biologically related or not. These are people who are closest to you. These are people who you listen to. These are people who you believe in, you know, and therefore they have a lot of access to you, not only your personal physical space, they have a lot of access to your mind, your way of thinking. They have a lot of access to your aims and objectives in life because you value their opinion, because you love them. So there's a need to police your family at this time. So those in your inner circle. Let's read on. Police family, mature. That's the mature thing to do. We got admirer and pay what you owe. So you see, when you get around people who admire you and what you believe in, you're going to get what you need. Your family, they love you, but they don't admire your direction in life. They don't believe in you the way that you believe in you. And you are susceptible, or it is easy for you to stop believing yourself if they tell you enough and show you enough how much they don't believe in you. It's like you feel inside yourself with no proof in your physical environment. You got a feeling that you were created to be, let's say, president of a company. It's like there's nothing about your physical environment that supports that yet, but you having that feeling, it then motivates things inside of you. You start getting books on how to be that. You start spending time doing research and stuff like that, and they'll walk by and say, why are you even paying attention to that? Why are you wasting your time? You're supposed to be out finding something else to do. Okay, because let's hope that you have a job that's actually bringing money while you top up your knowledge on what you really want to do. You have to be responsible still. So because you have great dreams and you know that you're destined to be something great, it doesn't mean that it's okay for you to not have a regular job, because at the time you need to be able to contribute to your upkeep and, if possible, to the upkeep of others without losing sight of the time and energy that you need to put into fulfilling your true destiny. You understand? So if you have to take a retail job in the meantime while you study, and the money will help you to invest in, let's say, more books or equipment, so that you can practice whatever this is that you're into, then it's sensible for you to get another job. So don't feel like you're too high and mighty to start small, as well as on the side do your private studies, if you're self-made or self-starter or whatever, if you're going to college or whatever. Okay. But if you're around people who admire you, they will give you what you deserve. They will give you the support. They will know places and people that you should be linked up with, because it will help to propel or push forward your ambitions smoother and quicker, and you have more support, more people talking positive things in your ear rather than people discouraging you from going in this direction. Because at the end of the day, God tells us who we are. We have no business not believing in God. If God says you're going to be this one day, like David was destined to be king one day, but David learned of his kingship when he was a little boy. A shepherd looking after sheep, smelling like sheep doo-doo. And God tell this little boy he's going to be a king, or whoever God told. Okay? It's laughable. But didn't David become a king? David became a king. One of the most world-renowned kings, even in our day. Favored by God, God himself, or God itself. High and mighty. Okay? So if God says, or God put in your heart that you're going to be this or you're going to be that, you are going to be this or you're going to be that. Don't let anybody discourage you, or else you forfeit your destiny, your true purpose, by choosing to give importance to people's opinion rather than trusting in what the Almighty, the Divine, has said to you. God doesn't lie. God says, I'm going to have my own bank one day. I'm going to have my own city of God one day. I'm here to build a city of God. That's what God told me. I'm here to have my own bank. That's what God told me. And when I look at the size of my enemies, it's like they already got the message before me. But they didn't know that God already gave me the message. God already told me that this is who I was destined to be back in 2009 or 2008, around the same time that they started to fight against me. So they believe it. If my enemies believe it and find me worthy to spend 90 billion plus to try and stop, why should I not believe it? They invest that much in trying to stop my dreams, my vision, my destiny, because they know it's true. So they believe it. That's why they fight against it, because they don't want it to come true. They want to discourage me from thinking that it's true. I can only lose if I choose to not believe it myself. But that will never happen, because I deserve to have my own city of God. I complain about the system. I deserve to have my opportunity to create my own system. I am worthy. And those who want to be a part of that system, you're welcome to be a part of that system. No matter what your religion, what the color of your skin. You just do what God say. That's the only thing. We're here to read this, a city of God. We're here to understand God, what God tell us is cool to do, what God says is not cool to do, and comply. That's what we do. We're here to make God proud. We're here to let God know, yeah, there's a group of people that you can definitely rely on. And there may be other cities of God. That's, everybody, so certain different people might want to start their own little city of God. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, it would be nice to leave our city of God and go visit another one. Because a lot of people don't understand God. So it's my job to understand God and then teach people what God is really like. That's necessary, because people think that living for God means you live a boring life. And that is simply not true. People think that to be a man or woman of God, you can't have an orgy. You can't involve yourself in oral sex. You can never steal. You can never kill. Nah. There's a time for everything under the sun. As long as you're doing what you're doing correctly, you're not hurting yourself and other people, there's no problem. That's how God taught me God is. God is very liberal. It's just that God don't want to see us hurting ourselves. And a lot of people don't understand that. So that's why it's important that I have a city of God, because of the way that I understand God. And God wants to be understood in that way, so that people stop shying away from God, thinking that a godly life is boring, unfulfilling. How dare you? God created fun. God invented fun. Whoever you learned God from, they taught you nonsense. They are destroying God's reputation. Is nobody gonna be having? Isn't Jesus the one who turned water into wine? All the knowledge that we have to make the things that we make, God gave us this knowledge. It's for us to use these things appropriately. That's the difference. Use our bodies appropriately. God doesn't disagree with prostitution if you have a good reason for involving yourself in such activities. But certain religious sects will tell you straight up that once you're a prostitute, you are condemned, you are filthy, you are... Stop it. God knows why it put these circumstances in that person's life to make them walk that path. There are many different reasons why life pushed that person to prostitution, whether male or female. Some people, they do it because they're lazy. That's not a good enough reason to a lifestyle. So God won't support you if that's the reason why you're doing it. It's all about the reason behind what you do. And this is why a person like me, I need to have my own city of God and run it properly. Because we don't do tiny boxes. Why can't we serve God and have fun? Why can't we serve God and feel free? Why can't we serve God and be truly relaxed about it and proud of it? It's because we don't understand God and godliness. When we understand godliness, then we will know there was nothing to run from in the first place. We're actually running from our greatest blessing. So, by me keeping people out of my ear and telling me otherwise, I will fulfill my true current purpose. I'm not in for a tile with mine. But there's some of you out there who have surrounded yourself by people who don't believe in you. And that is only my daughter. And she believes in me. So she's not gonna discourage me. If I feel like this is who God called me to be, she has learned to have faith in my judgment, just as I have learned to have faith in her judgment, because God talks to everybody on a one-to-one basis. I can't tell you what God told you and tell you that that's a lie. How dare me? It don't matter what it looked like. Because how I looked in my past, nobody would ever fathom that I would reach this far. And even to the point where it looks like I'm going to be successful in having my own bank, a Black woman in these times, cut out of society, hated by everyone, family, lovers, clients, everybody, they turn against me and talk all kind of shit. They predicted that I would fucking croak and die or give up. And none of that happened. If there were bets going on when it comes to my demise, a lot of people betted against me. I didn't bet against me though, because God said what God said and I believe what God said. And if God be for me, it's more than the whole world standing and trying to fight against me. So fuck everybody who don't believe in me. And that's the attitude that you need to take on when it comes to your dreams. Don't be afraid to leave people who don't believe in you and hook up with people who do. When it comes to your purpose, those family people who don't believe in you, they're not the one to talk to. You work in silence. They don't want to hear about it anyway because they don't believe in you. Once you've made a certain amount of progress, then they will learn to shut their fucking mouth. Then they will slowly start to have to admit, okay, you were right. I see this really looking like a possibility. But until then, they don't support your dream. They don't support your purpose. They don't believe in you like that. So it don't make no sense you try and get them to feel happy for you. Nothing you do is going to impress them until you start to show actual results. Okay? So find the people who already believe in you, who can see you in your building phase and know, okay, if he or she keep going on this trajectory, they're gonna be great. Because they can see your vision and they can see your potential. Because that's all you have right now is potential. But being around the wrong people, it can kill your potential. Because it kills your self-belief, your self-confidence. Okay? But when you are around people who admire you, you will get what you are owed. You will get the advice and the links and everything. So we got gambling. You're gambling when you're mixing yourself with all type of different people. So orgy is a sex party. So this is communication. It's not actual sex. So you're gambling when you're surrounding yourself by people who don't support your dream and people who support your dream, whose opinion you hold in very high regard. Because these other people are strangers. But these people that you see as family, you have more faith in them because you know that they love you. And it's not that they don't love you while they're talking nonsense about your vision and your ambitions. It's that they just don't see it. They don't know you like that. Because, you know, when you grow up around certain people, they tend to see you for who you always have been. They don't see you when you have grown. They always see you as a little boy or a little girl and shit like that. Or if you've always been a liar, if you change and start telling the truth and stuff, it's hard for them to believe that you've actually changed. Whatever you used to be, they tend to see you for who you used to be and not acknowledge you for who you are now. So it's harder for them to believe that little so-and-so or whatever description they might call you can actually achieve whatever it is that God put in your heart. Whatever natural gifts you find yourself with that you want to pursue. It's hard for them. Especially if you've never been a person to take things seriously and stuff like that. They're still gonna see you as that type of person. So you have to survive yourself. Yeah. You can only survive around people who actually believe in you. Unless you're strong enough to stay within that environment where you're surrounded by people who don't believe in you and go after your dreams alone, it would be wise for you to spend less time with people who don't see your vision and people who don't believe in you, and surround yourself by people who do see your vision and people who see the potential in you. Okay, it's only common sense. Yeah, so you're gambling when you're mixing yourself with all these people is gonna bring sabotage. It's gonna sabotage your speed, how fast you accomplish your goals. It's gonna sabotage even how much success you can gain because you're not gonna give it your all. You see, you're gonna sabotage your healing because then you might even come back to these people who believe in you talking negatively about yourself because these people who know they are talking negative to you and it's affecting how you're seeing yourself. And then these people over here who can see you clearly, you're going to be talking all kind of nonsense and all kind of negative talk to them. And they're going to have to encourage you like, why are you seeing yourself like that? You can't even see what you have. And that's frustrating. That's frustrating to people who see the greatness in someone who can't see the greatness in themselves. Why do I need to see the greatness in you more than you can see it in yourself? You need to hang out with people who are going to be honest about who you are now, not looking at you for who they used to know you to be. It's a mistake that we make. Don't talk to them about your purpose. From you talk to them one time or two times and you realize that they don't support it, stop talk to them about it. Because you're going to get more of that same negative energy. And do you know what you find when you actually follow and fulfill your true purpose? That's where your greatness is. That is your star. That is where you will shine. That is where the world will know you. Because it's not easy. And it's unique to just you. It don't matter how many people are doing it. Yours is going to be unique. Everybody's is always going to be unique, and there's a place for you in this world, and whatever gift you have, God has already prepared a place for you. And as long as you allow yourself to be infiltrated by people's negative opinions, that spot is always going to be empty. You deprive the world of whatever greatness God has put in you. Okay? So, yeah. We got guardian when it comes to anal sex. So anal sex is one of the unhealthiest types of sex that there is. Okay? That does not belong in the city of God. It's nasty. When you shit and you wipe your ass, you don't even want the shit to go on your hand, but you're willing to put your penis inside of the shit hole and be poking the shit, making it go inside of your urethra, I think it's called, causing you different types of infections and stuff like that. Our anus is where garbage comes out. It's the end of the body's sewage tract. Why are you playing in sewage? Make yourself make sense. You see why God don't support it? I actually did a reading talking about lesbianism, and God said lesbianism is fine. As long as they're not forcing someone to be a lesbian. Religious sects, they're not going to tell you that lesbianism is fine. But God's way of seeing things is like the science. Is like, what's the harm in some women getting together if that's what they like and enjoying each other's pleasure? There's no harm in that. Unless they're doing anal sex. And then they're causing themselves gut problems because the dildo is fake, so there's no bacteria unless they're taking it out the ass and putting it somewhere and then touching and putting it in their mouth, and then they end up with sicknesses. It's like, what's cool about that? There's nothing cool about that. Why would you even want to do that? It's like putting your hand on actual fire and you know you don't have the ability to resist the heat of the fire. Why would you want to do that and burn your fingers? Then you can't use your hand for weeks. Make yourself make sense. That's how God approached life. That's how God wants us to see godhood and godliness. So God is like, guard yourself against this type of dangerous sex or this type of dangerous interaction with other people. God said no homosexuality when it comes to anal sex, period. God says anal sex is a no. So when you got God and anal sex, it's because anal sex is the bad type of sex. Whether you're female or a male, it's unhealthy. And it's damaging to your internal organs. It was not created for that. So you need to guard yourself from making stupid decisions, damaging decisions when it comes to your current purpose in life. So know who to talk to and know who to leave out until you've actually made real progress, where they have to just shut their mouth and say, okay, you did it. I see you. Okay, you have to give you props. Because right now they don't believe in you and your potential. And then things they say are just going to hurt your feelings and make you want to quit. And then you not only deprive yourself of a wonderful life, a life of success, you deprive the rest of the world of whatever gift God put inside you. A piece of the puzzle is missing if you are not where God ordained you to be. You're MIA, man. It's like you're cooking a recipe. It calls for salt and you ain't got no salt. That's not gonna be fun. If you're cooking a certain recipe and you want a specific flavor, then you have to have everything needed to create that exact flavor, or else it's not gonna be how you imagined it in your mind. Let's get to your next message, shall we? So thank God I don't have that problem, but if you have that problem, then you need to police the people who you keep closest to you and the people who you share your hopes and your even your difficulties when it comes to studying whatever subject or craft this is, whatever talent this is. You can't take your problems to these people because they already don't believe in you. They're gonna think you're wasting your time. Okay? That's just how humans operate, right? Unless they're very open-minded, because somebody could not believe in you but still support you just because you believe in yourself. But those are rare. Those type of people are rare. Most people, if they don't see you or believe in your potential, they're not gonna support you, period. With that, every time you come and talk to them about it, they're gonna have something negative and demeaning to say. They're just gonna pull your vibration down. So you have to guard yourself from the negativity of people who do not see or respect your potential. People who don't believe in you. Just because they love you, just because they don't believe in you, it don't mean that they don't love you. They can love you, but just don't believe in that dream, that aim of yours. Okay? So don't mix up the two. Okay? Love them still, but just don't tell them nothing about this part of your life because they don't care. Like if you know you're destined to be with a certain man or woman, and you know your family don't approve, but you've been given instruction and confirmation by the divine that this is your person. You can't talk to your people about that because you already know what they're gonna say. But if I put you with this person, then nobody's opinion should matter. The only opinions that matter is yours and that person's. So you can't let your family know if you really want to live how God said, if you believe in God's guidance and God said you will be well if you link up with this person. And everybody around you is like, no, 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 no. But you trust in God more than you trust in them. Link up with that person and whatever y'all go through, you too deal with it. Because if you already know that people don't support it, obviously they're gonna have the worst things to say and they're gonna make your way hard with this person. Find out, they find out, but you don't need to be the one to tell them. Because it's your happiness, it's your future, it's your personal development. Okay? Why are you making other people make decisions for you? And then when you're unhappy, you want to blame them. No, you need to blame yourself for not having the courage to bypass their nonsense and fulfill your truth. It's your fault for listening to them. It's not their fault that you didn't do whatever it is that you know you were supposed to do or be with whoever you know you were supposed to be with. It's your fault. You allowed them to get inside your head and drive your car. You allow them to get inside your head and decide your destiny. You see the science? Take accountability. It don't matter what the result is. Some people will threaten you with death just to control you. You need to laugh in the face of death and follow your dreams. Follow the voice of God. Follow the instruction of God anyway. That's how you win. or else people know exactly how to stop you and how to control you and dance, puppet dance. Just threaten you with death. And what you gonna tell God? Oh, they threatened me with death. So then you're telling God that these people are more powerful than God. The giver and taker, the creator of life. You're telling that entity that these people are more powerful than it. You need to make yourself make sense. These people are just tests to see how bad you truly want, or how much you truly believe in what God told you. So if you let them trick you out your spot, you let them trick you out your spot. Because you're not supposed to put any other voice above God's voice. None, not even your mother. You see, I told you what God told me when it comes to my current purpose. And I've told you who fight against me on many occasions. Not a stranger to this channel. You know who would fight against me. You know how hard. Okay? It's like, nah, bitch, you ain't stopping this. And it's not because I so desperately want to be a bank owner or I want to be in charge of a society. No, it's because I know I deserve to. I am worthy. I am great at it. I mean, I have a lot to learn, but right now I'm great at it because I care about people. You see, that's what I have that those who are currently in these operations don't have. I care about people. People who own banks right now, they don't give a fuck about people. People who run the system right now, they don't give a fuck about people. I care about people, and that's why I know that I deserve, because I believe that the people deserve to enjoy a slice of heaven while they're alive. They talk about when I die, I'm gonna go to heaven, yet nobody want to bumble clock die. It's because it's a lie. Heaven is a state of mind and hell is a state of mind. That's why nobody want to die. When you're in a good state of mind, you're in heaven. When you're in a bad state of mind, you're in hell. Like right now, Pata is in hell. And I am in heaven. The enemies are in hell. Pata want to stop me from having my bank and stop me from creating a city of God. So now Pata get to taste hell. Okay? But trying to make me live in hell, Pata gets to live in hell. See how he like it. Yeah. And you see, God put hell and heaven in the mind because you can't escape your mind. Where you gonna run away from your mind? You go to sleep, that shit is with you. You're awake, it's with you. You're showering, it's with you. You're shitting, it's with you. You're drunk, it's with you. You're high, it's still with you. There's nowhere to escape heaven or hell. So you have to make sure you make good decisions to create heaven in your life if you want to have peace. If you want to experience hell, then by all means, do dumb shit. And you'll surely get it. Disrespect science and you will surely get the hell that you're after. When I say science, I mean every science, because everything is a science. Human relations is a science. The way we treat our bodies is a science. The way we interact with nature is a science. The way we interact with people, yeah, that's human relations. The way we interact with food, the way we interact with our sleep is all science. So if you throw the science off balance, then you're gonna get hell. You're not gonna be happy. You're not gonna be at peace. The subject matter of this part of your message we got, I've been seeing your girlfriend. Interesting. So somebody's been seeing some kind of feminine energy. Let's see what this is about. I've been seeing your girlfriend. So there's a feminine energy or feminine energies of importance here. And this could be men who are in their feminine energy. It could actually be women. But they are feminine energies. So feminine energies are energies that attract. So these could be seen as, let's say somebody know that they can depend on you for XYZ. They're in their feminine energy because they're not actually doing the work. They know that they can depend on you for whatever it is that you do in their life. And if you ever want to go off on your own, then even if they see the potential in you, some people are selfish. And they will they will naturally try to make you not believe in yourself because they want to keep you there and serve them. Okay? So feminine energy can be seen as someone like that. Okay? But it'll make more sense when the message comes out. So it could be a man who's used to you fulfilling certain tasks or whatnot for him, whether it's companionship or you're like their goon or you work in their establishment or whatever it is. He expects you to keep doing that for him. So in that respect, he's in his feminine energy. Okay, so you have to know how to see this girlfriend vibe. Okay, I've been seeing your girlfriend. So let's make more sense of it. So this is gonna talk about sex again, but we're not talking about actual sex, okay? All right. So the message we got is your sex is healing to me. So whatever you do for this person, you help this person's life to be easier. So, and it says police your family. So this is somebody that you truly believe in, somebody that you truly respect and honor and cherish. Okay, and they respect and honor and cherish you too. Let's read on. We got, I want you both. Okay. I want you both. Let's see. I want to have sex with you. This is a threat. Now, why would that card come out? And are you with me for my money? So let's make sense of this now. So I've been seeing your girlfriend. That's the subject matter. So what is God really trying to say in the context of your purpose? So the way you interact with this person, this family, or this close person that you need to police, they like it. Okay, they like being around you. They like however you help them out in life, right? Then we have I want you both. So what both? So they want you to be able to be there for them, and they want something else. I'm gonna have to clarify that one. So then we have I want sex with you. So they want to continue to have you in their life, doing whatever it is that you do to make their life easier. And then we have this is a threat. Now it's like by any means you're gonna stay, or I'm gonna try and make you stay so that you can continue to be what you've always been for me. I don't care about your ambitions and your goals. You're not going to come change up my situation without a fight. This is what this person is saying. This is a threat. Then we got, are you with me for this card says money, but it could be about anything. Whatever this is that's healing to this person, this is what they're with you for. It's for whatever you do for them. So they are putting your role in their life above your dreams, your purpose, your desire for your future, your fate. This person is being selfish. So let's see what this I want you both is about. Where do we get clarification for that? What's that about? I'm being led to 2 decks. This one feels stronger. Very interesting. So this person like how you make their life easier, and whatever joy or relief you bring to their life, they love it and they don't want to let it go to the point where they're willing to sabotage you and your hopes for your future. This person is selfish. This is not good. So they are with you for whatever it is that you do for them. They're not with you because they hope for you to be a better person. And the funny thing about that is some people don't find anything wrong with that. People who think like this and behave like this, you would think that they don't love you, but they actually do. They're just selfish. They got character flaws. Isn't that crazy? They can't see themselves because they've never had to. So it's for you to put them in their place. Police, family. You need to be the one to teach them to see, yeah, you love me, but you're being very selfish right now. So you have a whole battle to fight in order for you to get in alignment with your true purpose because of people who love you. People who can't or don't love you correctly. Because somebody who truly love you, they will respect your desires for yourself, even to their own detriment. It's like if you really feel like that's where you belong, where that's what you're supposed to be doing, then I'm gonna support you. I'll see you when I see you. We'll meet up when we can. That's what love does. That's what real love does. That's what healthy love does. Healthy love will tell you that. Healthy love will free you and respect you and still love you. And when we get to meet up, we get to meet up. Healthy love will allow whoever else God put in line to come and help them. They will allow things to shift. You see, this person isn't allowing things to shift. This person is trying their hardest to hold on to things and keep them exactly as they are. So this is a delicate situation. You have to fight for your right to your destiny. You have to fight for your right to fulfill your destiny. That's what we got going on here. From people who you love and who love you. Healthy love will let you go. Healthy love will support you as well. unhealthy love, they will tell you this is a threat. And they will swear it's because they love you, and they truly do. But you being a selfish, you being a dickhead. You're imprisoning me, actually. And you see, if you're not careful, that will make you fall out with each other. That some people don't talk to each other for years because of matters like this. Anyway, I want you both. Let's find out more what this is about. Fucking hell, this is good. Y'all acting crazy. Okay, so we got I don't like you because I can't manipulate you. So if you choose to follow your destiny, this person, you're gonna fall out with them. They're gonna fall out with you. Let's read on. So we got I stalk you a lot. So they're minding your business, they're watching you closely. Then we got I want you a little. I serve you a lot. You see? So whatever you do for this person don't want to lose it. So whether you work in their shop or you look after them, you keep their company, we got I love you a little. So this I want you both is you wanting to look after them and also follow your dreams. Because you love them. So it's like I'm not trying to leave you, but I mean I have to respect my dreams. I want more for myself than just being here looking after your shop or being your caretaker or being your husband or being your wife or whatever this is. And the underlying issue is I like you a lot, but I can't be honest with you. So they never tell you, yeah, they want to invade your space, they want to invade your dreams, they want to invade your went forward. I serve you a little because you're going to be less available to them. They want to invade, they want to block you. They know that they're wrong for doing so, but they're being very selfish right now. And it's like, even if you say, well, they know you're going to leave one day. They know that there's going to be more distance in your relationship or your partnership or your family ship, whatever this is. They know that this is you following your dreams is going to put space between you. This person just don't want to lose you. But it's for people to learn to treat people right. Because let's say from mother to son. I'm gonna stop the reading after I finish this one because it's I'm tired of doing these long readings. I'm gonna come back and do a part 2. But let's say this is like a mother to a child. I kind of forgot the point I was going to make. Oh yeah, let's say this is between a parent and a child, with a father, mother, whatever, and child. When our children go off and make their own way in life and have their own families and stuff like that, children tend to do a bad thing by neglecting their parents. I put up a post of this auntie, this elderly lady or a senior of ours. She was telling a story about a woman who had 5 children. She became a widow, and her 5 children, she and her husband, they worked hard to send them to great schools, and they became very successful and rich. And they always made sure that they called her every night. They called it. There's not a night that her 5 children don't talk to her. This is how the story goes. And suddenly the mother dies. And then the neighbor, she calls the children and tell them that their mother died. And right away they were on planes and whatnot coming to visit her. And when they walked around the mother's house was freezing cold. So there was no heating in the house. There was no food in the fridge. There was hardly anything up in the cupboard to eat. And every time that they talk to this mother, the mother keep telling them everything is fine, everything is fine. The auntie was urging us, listen, it don't matter if they say it's fine. When you go and visit your elders, you need to go. As a matter of fact, they say when you leave the house and you're on your own, you need to go back and visit your people or make sure you got somebody close by who can go and visit them. You need to, when you visit them or whoever you get to go and visit them, make sure that they walk through the house, make sure the house is clean, make sure they got stuff to eat, make sure that the temperature is fine, make sure the yard is clean, make sure the doors can be locked, the windows can, because they need to be cared for. And she was saying that the mother, she kept telling her children she was fine because most parents, they don't want to bother the children. So it's partly the parents' fault as well. But we as children, to show gratitude to our elders, we ought to go back. We need to stop leaving these huge gaps between us and those who have cared for us all our life. We need to show gratitude by making time, making the efforts. It's funny how in a lot of cases people will never tell you a kind word. They won't say nice things to you to your face. They won't buy you flowers, you know. They won't send you money to help you, but if you die, all of a sudden so many people can find money to buy plane ticket, pay hotel fee, you know what I'm saying? Buy, it's the most flowers you get when you die, but what does that benefit you at that point of your story? Nothing. But let's say you're trying to do something, the whole family can't, they won't get together and say, let's raise a certain amount of money to send to so and so because they're trying to accomplish whatever. We are too mean to each other. And this, I feel, is the what is going on in this person's mind. Because they know that once you leave, it's gonna be lonely without you. And it's like, who they gonna get to fill your space? Because of the trend, when young folk get older, they forget about their elders, and that's not right. Especially if you have parents who maybe they don't, maybe their love isn't perfect, because everybody's trying to figure out this parenting stuff. That's the truth of the matter. So if you have children of your own, you are probably only better at it because you've seen the mistakes that your parents have made and you've decided, I don't want to make these same mistakes. Okay? So don't be too proud of yourself thinking that you're a better parent. It's because you've seen the mistakes of others. All right? Or else you'd probably be making some of the same mistakes too. Right? But parents need to do better and children need to do better. If the parents feel safe and they know that their child isn't going to desert them because now they're old, you know, sometimes the old people, they smell funny and stuff like that, and little children, they tend to be afraid of the elder people, especially if they smell funny and things like that. I mean, it's not nice. But some people actually can't take care of themselves, they can't clean themselves properly, you know. The body don't work like it used to in some cases, so they can't help that. Some people can help that, but they're just so mentally in a bad space. They're so mentally stressed and sad that they just don't bother. Why? Because they already feel like they're not wanted. They already feel like their life is over. You know what I'm saying? So this, what I see going on here, it has something to do with that. So I don't know how you're going to reassure this person that you love them and they're not going to lose you because we can make a better effort. If your parents are in a home, it doesn't mean that you don't need to go and look after them. You still need to go and visit them because they don't know those people who are looking after them, but they know you. And that makes them comforted. Because I like old people homes because they get to make friends there. They're around people who are around their age group. They can, talk and be social and whatnot, but they still need you. Okay, they gave birth to you or they looked after you in some way. It is nice. It is heartwarming. It is encouraging to know that you are coming to see them because they know you. You're a familiar face. You're a familiar energy. It's great to have new friends, but they already loved you. And they would want to catch up with you and see your children and still be a part of your life as much as possible. And then when you leave, they go and party with the other old folks. They deserve that, especially if they raised you right, especially if they've loved you as correctly as they can. We have to make room for these elders to make mistakes. We're all trying to figure life out, period. That's the truth of the matter. So at the end of the day, you want to love whoever this is in your life, but you also need to follow your dreams. So you need to find a balance. You need to find a balance. Let's check out the underlying issue, what's happening here. So I've been seeing your girlfriend. Then we got, I want to break up. Yeah, they're afraid of you leaving. Don't rush into it. So they're going to try and slow you down as much as possible when it comes to you going off on your own and being a success. Because they feel like you're going to forget all about them and they don't want you to forget about them. They don't want to lose you. They love you. And they love how you get along. You're a great part of their life. But you do have to go and fulfill your destiny as well. But you have to find a balance. So don't rush into it. Let's take it slow. And then we got your sex is horrible. So you wanting to continue to go after your dreams, that's what they're saying is horrible. So it's like the way you're interacting with them is horrible. Maybe you're not handling this situation in the best way possible, because a lot of the times this breaks out into arguments. And if you already know your truth, then there's no need for you to shout. Okay? It's better for you to conduct this as a reasoning, like we're just talking here. There's no need for you to shout at your people, because it's only gonna send the wrong message. It's gonna create more insecurity, because now they're thinking they're gonna lose you, and not only are they gonna lose you, now you hate them, you're angry at them. That type of shit will kill people, Some elderly people, they die because of things like this, from a broken heart. They die from a broken heart. Okay, they're heartbroken about how things ended up, and then they end up not caring for themselves. They end up drinking more, smoking more, just doing reckless things. Yeah, because we got, you taught me what real love is. This person love you for real, and you love them for real. And we got leave her alone. So it's like, you're just gonna love me and leave me. I feel this person's pain. Yeah, so that's what we got going on here. So listen, you're in a very delicate situation when it comes to handling this, but one thing that I know for sure always works is prayer. If you don't know how to handle this with precision, you need to pray and ask God to guide you. Ask God to guide both of you. As a matter of fact, you should pray together. You should pray with this person. Let this person hear you ask God for what you ask God for. That would be a great place to start. Because as God move you out of the way, God will bring somebody else in to fill your spot. Let's hope you're not going to be too jealous. Somebody getting along too well with your mama. It's like, you think you my mama's son? No, I'm her son. Now she laughed, because now it's like, I got two, but y'all ain't allowed to fight. You see what I'm saying? So y'all have to create the quality of environment environment that you want to see and live in. Okay? So it's not just about following your destiny. You still have to keep the balance with all these other elements of life. But start by praying. Pray over this situation with your loved one or loved ones. Okay? And ask God to try and help you guys to keep the balance. Okay? Let you not feel lonely. Let you not drift too far apart from each other while still maintaining your efficiency in whatever field that you are destined to fulfill. You understand? So that's the first. That's the first thing that you should do. Now these other two, I'm gonna come back and do part 2 most likely tomorrow. But yeah, so I hope that this information, it has helped you. And yeah, start with prayer and then go out and wow the world. Okay? They'll be proud of you. They just don't want you to forget them. Okay? They don't want you to drift too far apart. They love you and you love them. Okay? But you need to bring some balance. Police the family. Until next time. Bye-bye.